So as you're rocking on your mat, you can even do circling motions, whatever feels good to you. Then we're gonna hug our right knee to our chest, left leg will be out straight, and we're gonna go side to side there. So as you're stretching out that one leg, make sure you're pointing that toe, squeezing that quad. If you need to have one foot down on the ground, you can. Doing whatever feels good to you. Just nice knees going side to side with it. As I get my watch set. So as you're pulling, if you even want to pull your knees slightly wide, you might get a little bit more of your inner thigh. Then it might stretch out your hips a little bit more that way. But whatever feels good. We're going to do about one more to each side. And then we're going to have one leg up straight. Doesn't matter which side. Grab behind that hamstring, and we're going to go side to side there. So as you're pulling behind that hamstring, make sure that you're being nice and gentle. If you feel really tight, you can move a little bit slower because it is Monday after all. Nobody moves fast on some bridges. So you're going to inhale in, exhale, we'll press up, squeeze those glutes. Nice, easy inhale, you're coming right back down. So every time you're pressing into that bridge, make sure that you are squeezing those glutes, right? You're waking them up. And my internet looks like it might be bad, so hang with me. I'll be back if I get kicked off. You just keep moving. So nice and control, pressing and squeezing those glutes. And then on your next one, you're going to press all the way up. You're just going to come halfway down and then press back up. So you're only doing half of a bridge. You're not letting yourself relax all the way down. You're squeezing your glutes. You're keeping your shoulders relaxed, of course. Of course, I'm relaxed. And we're going to got about 10 seconds, and then we're going to go into some core bracing. So just nice and controlled movements today. We're going to do about 2 more here. Here's 1. Here's 2. Then we're going to relax those hips down. You're going to brace your core, keep your head down to start with. You're going to do a marching motion with your legs. So one leg will come up and then the other. Make sure that you are pushing your lower back down to that mat and your core is tight, right? Don't just move your legs without thinking about your core, and your head can stay down for right now, right? But we will be using our crunch here in a little bit, but we're just focusing on the core for right now. So we're going to do 2 more here. Then as you bring one leg up, you're going to lift into a crunch and back. So go a little bit slower with this. Make sure you're not pulling on your neck. Every time you lift into that crunch, it should push your lower back down, and you want to keep your elbows wide, right? So we're going a little bit slower with this. This should not be fast. Okay, and we're going to add a crunch over here in about 5 seconds. So now as you bring your leg up, you're going to crunch over with your opposite elbow. You'll come down and go to the other side, right? So kind of like your modified bicycle crunch here. You're just going side to side. You always have one foot down on the ground, and you're going opposite elbow, opposite knee. Okay, we got about 15 seconds. And then we're going to go back to some bridging. Okay, nice and controlled. All right, take your time. No movements will be fast today. It's all about slow, controlled style. 1 more to each side. And then you're going to relax. And then we're going to have both feet down. We're pressing up into our bridge. You're going to go up and down on those tiptoes. So you're on your tiptoes. You're holding your bridge. We're stretching out those ankles and calves. Right? Taking your time with it. Right? It's not too bad. So we got about 10 seconds. Then we're going to stay on our tiptoes and do some movements. So try to keep those hips up nice and high. Make sure you still are squeezing those glutes. Then you're going to stay on your tiptoes, and then your hips are going to come up and down. So try not to let your hips relax all the way to the floor. You want to just be nice and controlled and try to just come as close to the floor as you can and back up, right? Right? If you can't tell, we're all about control today because it's Monday. You got to have control of the week. That's why. Okay, we got about 10 seconds. Then we're going to go back to some core movements. Nice and controlled. We're going to do 3 more here. Here's 1. Here's 2, here's 3, and relax on down. So now we're going to go into our dead bug. So you want to make sure that you've got your core nice and tight. You're going to have your arms in the air. You're going to bring your right arm back, left leg will come up, then you're going to go to the other side. So just nice and easy side to side, right? We've got one foot down. As we go through this movement, we're going to progress. So we're going to get harder as we go if you feel like you can do that. But your main focus this whole time is keeping your lower back down to the mat, okay? So we got about 15 seconds left like this way. And then we're going to add to it if you feel like you can. So keep on breathing. You're going to go one more to each side. So you could keep on maintaining right here. If you want to step it up a notch, you'll have your legs in tabletop. And this time you would kick out, right? So as you kick out, it's going to be harder to keep your core tight. It's going to be harder to keep that lower back down. So if this version feels like it's too much for you, don't do it, right? You don't want to have any back pain with this move. You should feel your core tightening up and waking up, but we don't want any pain, okay? So you can stick right here and keep doing this movement. If you want to step it up again, your arms and legs would be straight, and you're going to go side to side there, right? So when your arms and legs are straight, it's going to be a harder variation there. You want to make sure that you're pointing those toes, right? And you're controlling that lower back. You're keeping the core tight. Remember, if any of these variations feel too much, just go back to the variation that felt the best to you. You've got 15 seconds. An awesome job here. We're going to go one more to each side. So here is one. Here is two. You're going to relax. Oh, yeah. Then we're going to press back up into our bridge. So in our bridge, we're going to do a marching motion. So if you can, you're going to go side to side with those legs. If the marching motion feels like too much to you, you could do the tiptoes, right? But we're kind of warming up to our first move here. And we're going to go about 15 more seconds here, and then we're going to get rolling, okay? So nice and easy. Go one more to each leg. And you're going to relax those hips down, and you're going to grab one dumbbell, okay? So we're going to do some single-sided work. We're going to start with our right arm. So you're going to start with your weight by your side. You're going to press up into a bridge, press up with your weight. You'll come back down and back down. So we're going to be adding to this as we go. You want to have your palm turned in towards your body. Ready? And go. So you're going to press up, come back, and down. So nice and controlled, right? Remember, I said nothing we're doing is fast today. If you go really fast today and get tired, that's on you, not me, right? So try to maintain a nice controlled pace, right? Because you know we're going to add to it, of course. Okay, we got about 15 seconds until we get even more excited with this move, right? So control, control, control. So on this next move, you're going to stay up in your bridge. As you press up, you're going to bring your left leg into a march and then back. So we're staying in a bridge. We are just adding a left leg march to this motion. If it hurts your back, don't do the left leg, right? That's pretty simple, but it's nice and controlled. You're breathing, you're moving. We got 15 seconds, then we're going to go to the other side. So really try to stay up tall on that bridge. Make sure your arm and leg are moving at the same speed. And we're going to do a total of 3 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Then we're going to switch. So you're going to have your left hand has that weight. Both feet are on the ground. You're going to press up, come back, come down, right? So we're up, down, down. So just nice and controlled. Make sure that palm is still turned in. Remember, we're not going fast. You want to take your time because we're adding to this as we go. Nice and controlled. We got about 15 seconds. And then we're doing our marching motion. Marching. Doesn't get better than that, does it? 10 seconds here. So on this next motion, you're going to hold that bridge. As we press up, our right leg comes up and back, right? Feels a little awkward on this side to me. Nice and controlled. Remember, if that marching leg feels like too much, just don't do it. Okay, nice and controlled. Exhale up, inhale back together. Okay, keep on breathing. In case you want to know, I'm only using 10 pounds today. I learned my lesson of doing single arm stuff with the 12 pounds last week. Okay, we got 10 seconds. We're going for 3 more. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Go ahead and relax. So this next one we're going to do, we got a little core break. You're going to have both legs up in the air if you can. You still have your 1 dumbbell. Arms up straight. You're trying to crunch and reach that weight up and then back, right? So we're not using our neck to do this. If your neck did get tired, you could set your weight down, right? And you could just do hands behind your head. And if at any point you need one foot down, you can, okay? But you're trying to touch your weight to your toes. So you're trying to get up as close as you can to those toes, rolling up off those shoulder blades, working that core. The core, right? Who knew core would be a break from those bridges? You're doing a great job. If you want to make it even more fun, just don't come all the way down and stay up off those shoulder blades, right? Lots of ways to make this more fun. There's always a way to make it more fun, but that might make you tense up your neck. So if you need to take a break in between every crunch of it, do it. We got 15 seconds, then it's going to be back to our bridge motions. Keeping those legs or legs straight. We got 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And you're going to relax. All right, so we're starting with both feet on the ground. It's going to be kind of a similar format, but not the same exercises. This time your right arm is going to start up in the air. You're going to bend down into a tricep motion as your hips come up. Your hips come down, your weight comes up. So you're going to bend, press up, and then back. Okay, so you want to bend that elbow point to the ceiling and back. If one weight felt like too much, you can always have both arms help you and do that same motion, okay? So you're coming up, bending down, your weight's in the air when your hips are down. So make sure that you let your hips come all the way to the floor on this move, right? Give yourself that break, because you know we will be holding a single leg bridge here in a little bit. Okay, so nice and controlled. Remember, if at any point one weight feels too heavy, you can always use both arms, okay? So on this next motion, keep those hips up. You're gonna bring your left leg into tabletop. So as you bring your weight down, you're gonna kick your left leg out and then bend back in. So we'll kick and lower and then back. Kick and lower and then back. Kick and lower and back, right? If you needed both hands on that dumbbell, you of course can. Okay, and if doing a single leg bridge just doesn't feel good to that back, just don't do it. Focus on the arm work of it, right? Holding a bridge with both feet down is still gonna work you. Okay, nice and controlled. We got 15 seconds. Ooh, yikes, that left arm's gonna be brutal when we do it. Okay, you're almost there. We got 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Okay, and we're gonna relax. So left arm has that weight, both feet are down. We start with our weight up. So you're up in your bridge, you do your tricep, your weight comes up, butt comes down, right? I think that's how we did it. Seems right to me. It's Monday though, so you know, sometimes I get fuzzy brain. Okay, nice and controlled movement here. Okay, keeping that elbow bent as you come down. Try to have it point to the ceiling. Try not to let your elbow go wide, right? If your elbow goes wide, you're going to work your shoulder more than your tricep. And we don't want to work our shoulders right now. Heck no. Okay, so on this next motion, stay up in that bridge. Bring that right leg into tabletop. We're going to bend our elbow, kick that leg, right? Bend and kick, right? Bend and kick. So nice and controlled. Remember, if you need to have both hands on that dumbbell, of course you can, right? Because sometimes single arm stuff is pretty darn hard. Okay, we got 15 seconds. Nice and controlled. Keep on breathing. Okay, we got 5 seconds. We're gonna do 3 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And relax. Okay, so now we're gonna go to a different ab movement, but you're still gonna hold your weight up. We're gonna go footprints to the ceiling. So you're trying to roll your hips up off that mat and then back, right? And it doesn't have to be super high, but we wanna hold our weight up. We're trying to roll those hips up, act like you're gonna touch your toes to the ceiling, back. So you're kind of rolling up almost like if you were gonna go into a bridge, okay? Don't worry about how high up those hips come, right? I'm not gonna measure it, I don't really care. Okay, even if you don't feel like your hips come up off the floor, at least try to do it, right? Don't just give in and say, oh, I can't do that. You can do it, I promise. Okay, you got 15 seconds. Nice and controlled. Keep on breathing, right? Because we got a fun combo move coming soon. Oh yeah. Okay, keep on lifting. This is a lot of lower ab work, which is hard. Everybody has weak lower abs, right? Unless you do Pilates. 2 more. Here's 1 and 2, and relax. Okay, we're finally gonna grab both of our weights. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a chest fly as we bridge up. So you're gonna start with your weights up, soft bend in those elbows, your hips press up, your arms come wide, your hips come down, and you come together, okay? So make sure your arms aren't touching the floor. We don't wanna go that wide. You wanna go just to about where you can see your arms out of the corner of your eyes, and then back, okay? And you're just, both feet are staying down, we're bridging and back. So bridge, arms come wide, squeeze back together. So control those arms as they go wide, right? Don't let yourself go out of a normal range of motion. So if your arms are hitting the floor, you're going too far. Okay, nice and controlled. Good job. We got about 10 seconds. And then we're gonna add a little bit. Of course, right? Wouldn't be any fun if we didn't add. Okay, so now you're gonna stay in that bridge. Your weights come together. You're gonna come down to your chest. You'll press up right into that chest fly. So together, down to your chest, press up, chest fly. So we're staying in a bridge this whole time. If the bridge is bothering your back, you would just have your hips down, right? And not even worry about it, okay? You're just going side to side, or motion to motion, arms to arms, you know, yeah. So wide, then glue those arms together. Those weights are touching. They're like magnets, and then back. Okay, you're gonna do 2 more. So here's 1. Here's 1. Coming back, here's 2. Here's 2. Coming back and relaxing. Okay, so we got 1 dumbbell. We're gonna combine our 2 core moves that we did. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you got both legs up. You're gonna do a toe reach. So you'll crunch up, your head comes down, your hips roll up. Toe crunch, roll up. Toe crunch, roll up, right? Isn't that fun? So take your time. This doesn't have to be fast, right? Remember, we're moving slow today. You're welcome. Okay, keep on working through those motions, lifting up as high as you can, right? Just going side to side with there, exercise to exercise. I always say side to side just because it's more fun. Okay, we got about 20 seconds. Remember, just lift your hips up as high as you feel you can. Right, we're almost done with this move. We got about 10 seconds to go. Okay, try to have nice straight legs. Try to crunch and get those shoulder blades up off the floor. Okay, we're gonna go 1 more of each. Here's 1. Here's 1. You'll relax. And then we're gonna sit on it. So we're gonna do a tripod plank motion here. So we're gonna have 1 dumbbell here again, okay? So we're gonna go, left arm is gonna have the dumbbell. You're gonna have your right leg out straight, and your right arm is gonna support you. So you wanna have your right toes down just like you are in, almost in a push-up position, and we're gonna row. So you're gonna come up and down, nice and controlled. You're looking straight down at that mat, right? You're not looking at me. Okay, keep on breathing, keep your elbow tucked in tight. Keep on moving. Okay, you're doing a great job. We're gonna go about 15 more seconds to this side. Okay, nice and controlled. Keep breathing with it. Okay, we got 5 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're gonna switch. Right arm has that weight. Left leg's out straight. You're just rowing up and back. Remember, head's not hanging down. It's like you're in a push-up type position. You want to keep a nice flat back. Your elbow is tucked in by your side. Okay? Keep on breathing. Keep on breathing. Keep on moving. Okay, you're doing a great job. We've got 5 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a plank. So you're gonna be on your elbows and toes if you can, or if you need to drop down to those knees, you can. So we got a 30-second plank right there. Ready? And go. So make sure that your hips aren't sticking way up. You're squeezing those glutes. You're squeezing your core. If you need those knees down, you look just like this. Whatever you need to do. As long as you squeeze those abs, that's all that matters. Keep on breathing. We got 15 seconds to go. So try not to let your head hang down. Modify if you need to. As long as you keep planking, that's all that matters. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. So back to that tripod. We got our left arm. Right leg is out, and we are doing tricep kickbacks. So your elbow is going to be bent by your side the whole time. You're pushing past your hip and then back in. So kick past and in. Past and in. Keep your elbow tucked in tight to your side. We're kicking back and in, right? Holding that tripod plank. Keep on breathing with it. Okay, you're doing a great job here. Make sure head's not hanging down. We got 5 more. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. All right, switching it up. Right arm, left leg out, right? Elbows tucked in, you're kicking back and in, right? Kick back, kick back. So keep your elbow tucked in tight. Try not to let your head hang down. I know it's tempting, you're tired. That's okay. Doing a great job. Nice and control. Okay, we're gonna go 5 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and relax. So we're gonna do another 30-second plank. Right, pretty simple. So you're either on your elbows and toes or elbows and knees. We're ready? And go. Okay, so holding in that plank. If you need to drop down to those knees, you can. It's still gonna work your core. Try to make sure your shoulders are staying relaxed. Hold on to that plank as best as you can. Make sure that you're breathing. We have 15 seconds, right? Don't hold your breath on a plank. It won't turn out well. Okay, you're almost there. 10 seconds to go. Keep on breathing. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, we got both dumbbells here. Yeah. So we're gonna do an alternating row with our tripod plank. Okay, so what that means is it's basically what we did before. So you'll start with your right leg out. You'll row with your left arm. Your left arm comes down, your right leg goes in, and you're just switching which leg kicks back. So make sure that toe touches the floor if you want it to. If you want to make it harder, just kick out straight and don't put that foot down. Okay, takes a little bit more balance control, right? And that's a little bit harder. Okay, but if you want to put that foot down, that's of course okay, right? And we're already cooking, right? So hopefully you've started. I'll add extra time just in case. I'll add an extra like 40 seconds maybe. No, I'm just kidding, I won't. See, those insults are, you know, like you shouldn't even trust me when I say that because I'm doing the exercise too, and I don't want to do an extra 40 seconds of this, right? I won't lie. I'm getting tired. Kinda. I think it feels good. The longer I work out, the more I get warmed up. So we could go for an hour if we wanted to today. Okay, nice and controlled. Keep on breathing here. We got about 20 seconds to go. Head's not hanging down, so you shouldn't even be watching me. I promise I'm still working out. We got 15 seconds. Keep on leaning in and breathing. Right? We're gonna go 1 more to each. Then you're gonna relax. And we got 1 final move today. So your option number 1 is you could do another plank. Option number 2 is doing a wide push-up. So for a wide push-up, we'll still use our dumbbells. You would just have them as wide as your arms would cross like this, right? And then you'd have your hands there. You could go knees, right? Or if you're real crazy, you can go toes. Okay, but if you don't want to do the push-up, you just do the plank of it, right? That's pretty simple. You ready? Sure. Okay, so if you have those wide arms, I'm going to do my push-ups on my knees just because I know my shoulder will like that more. Or you're planking. We got 30 seconds like that. Ready? And go. So you're going to come down and up if you're doing that push-up. Use that exhale to help you press up, right? Only go down as far as you feel you can. You don't have to touch your nose to the floor or anything. And remember, if the push-up feels like too much, plank, right? That's just as hard. Push-up is a full body exercise, right? You're squeezing those glutes, right? You're working your core. You're working those arms. We got 10 seconds to go. You're almost there. 5 seconds, right? We're gonna do 2 more, 1 more, and relax. And there you are, all done.